Today, DSP video, I am gonna be fucking enduring DSP, the weekend preview, dude. I'm doing a stream as well, so there might be some stream interaction, dude. And oh fuck. Oh man, okay, well that's it for distractions. That's the last distraction we'll see in this video, right? So, yeah, I'm streaming this. I got a beer on deck. So let's watch some DSP.
What is up, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to the weekend preview. Today is Sunday, June 4th, 2017. We got a lot to talk about today because, in particular, a lot went down this past week. We're in the midst of a lot of stuff. There's some fun stuff coming up this week that's new and different. There's a little bit of a weirdness to the schedule that I need to explain. But there's also going to be E3 right around the corner. And so this weekend preview video is going to very briefly summarize everything that we've been up to, but also it's going to cover the next 2 weeks when I'll be covering E3.
I like how he highlights that it's 2 weeks while his weekend previews always cover like months in advance.
And I have the whole E3 schedule here in front of me to explain to you when the press conferences and such are taking place, and then I'm going to explain to you how I'm covering all of this, okay? So first of all, let's talk, folks. Let's talk about this previous week. The previous week, I spent wrapping up a lot of stuff. Wrapping up my coverage of Injustice 2, right? I wanted to get a few more sessions in of Friday the 13th, which was a fun game when it worked. The problem was it didn't work all the time. And then I actually played a little bit more Persona to a couple sessions this past week. So it was a good mix, variety of stuff this past week. If you missed any of it, obviously all of that stuff is live for you over on DSP Gaming, and you should give it a look. Well,
do you guys think he's gonna talk about Leanna? I mean, there's no way he's gonna talk about Leanna again, right? I mean, he had a twit longer. He talked about it on a pre-stream. There's no way he's gonna talk about Leanna again, right?
In particular, also this past week, I did reveal something personal because people were kind of getting wind of it. The fact that myself and Leanna had broken up after, you know, being...
I like how he's the phrasing. I know it's like a nitpicky thing to say, but we had a broken up. Me and Leanna, we had a broken up. To say we had a breakup, but I like how he brought it up again. He had a twit longer about this. We don't need to know about this anymore, dude. Come on.
Together for 5 years and living here in Washington for almost 3 years. Things didn't work out, and we are apart now.
Look at this. Like, things didn't work out. I think I know. You know, I don't like to assume or speculate on this kind of shit, but I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to believe that Leanna was the one that did the breaking up. I bet she was, because like think about it. I think I said this in the other video. I don't remember. In February, he brought up that Leanna talked to him about spending more time with her, all that fun stuff, and then all of a sudden, you know, then we got oh my god, I'm like spacing on it now. Engagement. I don't know why I blanked on it. And then, you know, they break up. I think she broke up with him. I don't think he did anything. I don't think he did. I think it was her, but whatever. He's gonna say it's a mutual thing. He's gonna treat it like machinima, but I bet he gave her an ultimatum. Leanna, cook me dinner. If you don't cook me dinner, then just leave me, dude. And she's like, okay, Phil, I'm leaving you. Later, Tater. And then, there you go.
She doesn't even live here anymore. And when I revealed this, of course, all hell broke loose. People didn't believe me at first. Or thought that, what the hell, what was the real story? The bottom line is this. Because I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it again. It's really no one's business.
It's no one's business, but I'll keep talking about it just in little bits and pieces in videos randomly. But it's not your business.
What happened is between myself and Leanna. That's how we're keeping it. We're not going to reveal any information to anyone in public on the internet or anything about that, about what went down. If we wanted to, we would have already, right?
Right? He's waiting. Dude, I guarantee he's waiting for the opportunity to talk about it, but he's probably going to slip it in in a begging video. He's probably gonna like slip it right in. He's gonna be like, well, dude, you gotta pay it to my Patreon because I'm by myself now, dude. I live by myself. I don't have a Leanna with me anymore, dude. Come here.
And that's that. It's that simple.
That's that.
Leanna is gone. She's off, doing her own thing. She moved out, and I am here now by myself, maintaining and doing, this on a daily basis at, live streams, gameplay videos, and trying to basically make stuff work in the house by myself. And, there's an adjustment period here where my schedule is kind of screwed up, and I'm not on a solid set schedule yet that's working, because for a while there, our schedules, mine and Leanna's schedule, wasn't in sync. Because
get this. He says he's not gonna get into any details, but he's not hesitant at all to say this kind of stuff. I don't want to say this as well. I kind of watched This Week in Preview before. I know, spoilers, right? He brings up the sleeping schedule thing, and I'm sure he means well by it. Like, he's trying to be like, see, I care about my girlfriend, and I did this for her and this and that. But when he says it in a video, he shouldn't say this stuff in the video, because people can take it out of context and use it against him, because it comes off that he's saying, oh, it's Leanna's fault, dude. I had to do all of this for her, dude. Now it's my house. Like, it just doesn't feel right, and doesn't sound like he actually gave a shit, Kind of weird.
She had to go to bed early, so wake up early to work early in the morning. So I would purposely stay up late, because as you guys remember, earlier this year I had that snoring thing on. I was snoring at night, keeping her up so she couldn't get to work. So I was like staying up late at night so that she could get sleep, and then I would go to sleep when she was getting up. It was a big rigmarole, and so my sleep...
It's a whole big rigmarole. Like, look how he talks about it. He sounds as if it was like a burden or an annoyance to have to do this for Leanna, his girlfriend. And the thing is that I want to say this as well. I don't think Phil was that great to Leanna to begin with. I'm not saying that he's abusive or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he took her for granted in the way that, like, he just kind of didn't think that she would leave. I don't know. It's weird. And I was watching the Sons of Kojima podcast. Shout out to them. And they were talking about when they moved to Washington, and how Leanna was wanting to go to Florida, and Phil wanted to go to Washington. And it just seems that he got his way all the time, and he just didn't care about Leanna's input. He did not give a fuck about Leanna wanting to go to Florida. He did not care anything about Leanna. All he cared about Leanna was getting Din Din, laundry, a person to just hang out with. Like, it wasn't like anything that he cared genuinely for or anything. You can kind of see that in their relationship, and I think that, I know everyone made fun of Leanna, made some jokes about her, but the thing is with Leanna was that she's annoying in some cases, but at least she tries. At least she does something than Phil. Phil doesn't try at all. I mean, but as soon as she got a job, I just knew that she was gonna leave him to begin with, because, imagine if you're with someone that you love, and they stay home all day playing video games, and you're the only one working. You're the only one who goes out and gets a job and all this stuff, and they stay inside. Like, that's not a relationship that's gonna flourish or grow or anything. It's just gonna hit her at a point where she's gonna leave you. Like, it was obvious that Leanna was gonna leave him eventually. The engagement, I think that was like a last-ditch effort for Phil, to be honest.
Schedule and everything is completely thrown off. And now, if you haven't noticed, the past couple of weeks, there's been a few days where I'm late to stream or whatever. Last night in particular was one of these nights where...
But the thing I don't understand when he brought up, like, oh, I'm late to streams, I'm late all the time, and all this stuff, is that he would go to, like... He went to bed at a set time when Leanna was there. Wouldn't he naturally go back at that same time regardless, and wake up at the same time and start stream at the same time? Like, he wouldn't, wake up any later or anything, because he's going to bed at the same time he usually does. I don't know. And again, as I said, like, this just feels like that he's just kind of blaming her. Again, this is why he should not have brought this up. And I wouldn't be saying this shit if he just didn't talk about it. All he had to say was, "Oh, I broke up with Leanna. If you want the information, read the tweet longer, and that's it." And leave it at that. But no, he has to go into, like, details about it. Because he's such a loving ex-boyfriend, right? I mean, he obviously respects Leanna's privacy, and eventually she might expose him at some point, so there's that.
I'm here by myself. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I had a bunch of errands to do. Like I had to wash 2 loads of laundry. I had all these clothes I had to separate and decide what I was going to donate because I've got an overabundance of freaking clothes here.
But why would you do that all in one day? Usually people do laundry and stuff like a set day, and they do that stuff kind of separate. You don't do it all in one day. I mean, come on. Okay.
And so I start doing all this. Next thing I know, it's like 4 in the morning, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's so late. I should have been asleep like, an hour or 2 ago. But I got so inundated.
See, this
with
just
all
shows
this
he
stuff,
can't
and
manage his time.
Because I'm doing all this work, the adrenaline's pumping. I couldn't fall
asleep.
asleep.
The adrenaline's pumping. Okay. I've done laundry before. I've done laundry for myself. I've done the dishes. I've done all the. I've even cooked. I don't have adrenaline pumping when I'm fucking making dinner or if I'm doing laundry. If anything, I get tired. I get bored because it's menial tasks. It's like nothing that. No. Why is he like, oh, I'm working real hard, dude. The adrenaline's pumping. I put a fucking load in the washing. I'm fucking pumped, dude. Like, come on, really?
But now I wake up this morning, I'm like, dude, there's no way I can stream it at the normal time. I was still up so late.
I'm so up.
So this is what's been happening, and also, my allergies are acting up again because the other day,
the allergies, dude.
The other day, the landscapers who usually come here Wednesday afternoons apparently have changed their schedule. They decided to come at 9 in the morning on a Thursday. So I had my bedroom window open, and here comes the pollen as they're cutting all the grass, comes right into my lungs and my face. I'm like, oh, God. So my throat is kind of irritated. My nose has been irritated
cry me
for
a
days.
river.
So it's a combination of all these things that have kind of been throwing me off recently. The good news is when I get on stream, people are still engaged and having fun, and it's still been great. Stream attendance the past couple of weeks, ever since I started playing Injustice 2, has been way up, and now it's up for Tekken. I'm getting tons of people to watch me play Tekken.
But he said those were bots. He said those were bots. Now they're not bots? Okay.
So things are good. Participation is good. YouTube, everything's going good. Everything business-wise, 2 thumbs up. Everything's good.
Business-wise, two thumbs up. Remember that. It's gonna come in handy later on in this video, dude. It's something.
And I can't complain, okay? But for me personally, because of all the changes going on in my life over the past 3 weeks, I haven't been able to get in line and get to a solid schedule where things are working properly. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to adjust my life. The problem is things keep getting thrown. Monkey wrenches keep getting thrown into it.
Oh, come on. It's not that big of a fucking deal. You just have to make dinner yourself. See, this is what I mean. He just used Leanna as a fucking slave in the house. Like, that's all it is. She works every day and comes home to a guy expecting din-din and expecting laundry to get done and all this stuff, and, that's all he had to worry about. And I've said this before. The relationship that they had first started, jokingly was, a father-daughter relationship. But as soon as she got the job, the relationship started to shift to a mother and son relationship, where Leanna was basically the mom. Like Phil was her child at this point, because every time you saw Leanna and Phil together, it was just it was like if I'm streaming right now, and then my mom just comes right downstairs into my room, like, Mom, I'm streaming, dude. You're distracting me, Mom. Get out of my room, dude. Like,
as we're going to talk about, because in this week in preview, I have a day this week that I have to take off from doing everything because there's other stuff, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So see what I mean? Until all this behind-the-scenes stuff that's going on outside of the streams and everything is settled, I'm kind of here, there, and everywhere and bouncing around, and it's... I know, it sucks when, I say I'm going to be here on stream at this time and I'm not there, or there's a tweet that goes out overnight that I'm not feeling good.
But that's every day. That's your norm, though, regardless.
The schedule's thrown off, and now something came up in the morning and I'm late. I apologize for that. I know it's annoying. I'm doing my best, and I'm hoping to get to a consistent schedule soon, all right? Of course, also that being said, E3's coming up, which is going to screw up the whole schedule.
Yeah, fucking E3.
All right. So that's what's been going on with me. Injustice 2... Friday the 13th.
Oh, and I think I missed it, but somewhere he said that a few days he would go out and eat. What happened to using Patreon money being the bills? I thought he was paying the bills with that money. Now he's going out every day. Or not every day, but he's been eating out a lot now. Dude, he's gonna get fat again. It'll really be 2014 DSP where he becomes a fucking fatty again.
Started up with Tekken 7, and, you know, me trying to adjust to this new kind of lifestyle of living by myself again, which isn't that big of a change. A lot of people don't realize this. I lived by myself from 2009 when I first bought the condo in Connecticut.
Yeah, but everyone lived by themselves at some point in their time, but if you spend a lot of time with being with someone and then they just go away, it changes your lifestyle so much. I've seen it done so many times before. It's insane. Like, I don't know. It's like you can't just say like, well, I've been alone before, so it should be fine. It's like, yeah, but you had like 5 years to be with someone, and it's not gonna be as smooth as he thinks it is.
All the way through mid-2014, over 5 years, I lived by myself in Connecticut. Now, yeah, every once in a while I would see my parents, or, you know, every once in a while, maybe someone would come over to do co-op recording with me, or, you know, there was the year and a half, 2 years that I was dating Leanna, and every once in a while she would visit me for a few days. But for the most part, the majority of my time was spent alone.
Yeah, but those were like still social interactions you had, be it once a week or however often you did it, but now you have literally nobody. And I know you might say like, well, I have internet friends, dude. I have a lot of friends on the internet, like Viking, my slave Viking, my other slave Deep Drive, and everyone else. I have them, but internet friends are just that, internet friends. They have a life on of their own. It's not like there's stuff you can't do with with internet friends. Like I can't go to the movies with Wes and Spriggs and Jackie Chan. I can't go to the movies with them because they're not here with me. I can't just, you know, all right, we're doing a Skype call. We're going to see the movies. Okay, Spriggs, look at the movie, dude. Like, it's just, they have their own life. They have their own thing going on, and you know, it's just you can't do everything with your internet friends. You can only talk to them online. It's like, you know, a portion of your day. Whatever.
Not that big of a deal. And I'm used to maintaining it where I keep myself so busy with the business and with everything else going on that it's not like, oh no, now so people are like contacting me, and I appreciate it. People contacting me and saying, oh, condolences, it didn't work out and we hope that you're doing well or whatever. But understand, like for me, this is almost like going back to normality, because this
normality.
Is like
Okay. Imagine if you're Leanna and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna check you know, the weekend preview. I'm gonna check the weekend preview out, and I'm gonna see what Phil's up to. And then he says, well, I'm gonna go back to normality. And it's like, well, that sounds really shitty, because then that means that he wasn't living a normal life with her around.
For a long time. I was by myself, and I'm just trying to readjust myself back to that kind of a deal, alright? The only bummer here is that now I gotta redo all my meal schedules and everything, which I've been trying to do for 3 weeks. It still hasn't been adjusted yet. I still got days where I'm like, fuck it. Just run out and grab something instead of, you know, I'm gonna make this one day and do this another day. But I'm working on it. There's certain things that, you know, I'm doing behind the scenes. Nothing that you really need to know about, but okay. So that's what's been going on.
Yeah, you don't need to know about that, dude.
Now let's talk about what you can expect this week and
see what I mean? He goes out to eat, but remember, the money that you give him on Patreon and Twitch goes to the bills, even though he's going out to eat almost every day. Okay.
That's gonna throw him
yeah, scheduled meals. Hashtag scheduled meals. That is... Man, that's kind of sad, dude.
You mentioned everything, okay? So, tonight, well, let me say earlier today, I played Tekken 7 online, and...
Oh, no more beer.
This game is rough online, man. Just like this fucking Friday the 13th game I just played. It's like an unfinished game. It came out on PS4, and...
But it has offline modes, though, so it's basically a finished game. Just the online is just whatever, but...
don't work whatsoever at all. The player lobbies barely work, and when they do, the connections are usually ass, and then if the host drops, the whole fucking session conks out, so it's garbage. And then you got tournament mode, and even tournament mode, I've tried maybe 10 times to play in a tournament, and
and then he bitched out and then started to hide the lobby he's in because of them detractors.
Actually get the tournament to fucking finish. All the other times, it died or crashed right in the middle of the tournament. So the online play is very iffy. I did a whole set today with King online. I did enjoy some of the matches. Some of them were absolutely god-awful. The people watching on stream seem to love it. So, hopefully you'll check out those matches. They're all live on DSP Gaming, okay? Tonight, right now, I'm filming the week preview, all right? And then I got Patreon stuff.
Really? I didn't know that.
All right, so now let's talk about Patreon, because I got a bunch of updates in regards to Patreon.
Remember what I said? Remember when he said that his business is doing good? 2 thumbs up.
All right. First of all, it is 100% official. The winner of the Patron's Choice playthrough is going to be Danganronpa 2. So I will be starting with Danganronpa 2 soon, but not yet. Because we got to get through the E3
You could have voted No More Heroes 2. And that fucking bullshit wins. Yeah, fuck his fans, man. That's a waste of a fucking vote right there.
First, and once E3 kind of settles, then I can figure out where to fit in the Danganronpa playthrough. It's Danganronpa 2, by the way. Fit that in amongst all the other stuff that I'm doing, alright? So that will be coming probably mid to late June. You'll see Danganronpa 2 begin, alright? But also, good news, we did hit the funding goal for May on Patreon. Now, we were very close to not hitting it. In fact, as of 2-3 days ago, when you know the month started, we did not hit the goal. We were actually way under by about $100.
I fucking hate when he's like, we did not hit the goal, dude. Like, fucking shut up. Enough of this.
And what happened was a ton of people withdrew or lowered their pledges last minute. And then in addition to that, a big chunk of people all got declined at once. So it was like the double whammy of people, you know, pulling plus declines. And it went boom. Even though it showed on my Patreon page we hit the goal, it actually plummeted and we didn't hit it. Luckily, most people who did get declined did go back and update their information. And they did clear. So the funds came back up. And I double checked and there were a few people who had pledged for the first time during the course of May, and those pledges actually count.
But see, I knew he was going to hit the goal regardless, because his slaves always help him out when the goals are not hit. It's so fucking dumb. Like, he goes in this red alert mode, like, oh my god, dude, we did hit the goal, oh my god! And then he hits the goal. Like, you could just say, just talk to the people who got their cards declined. You don't have to go into, like, red alert mode. Come on.
May's goal. So after doing all the math tonight, I realized we hit it very, very narrowly. I'm not even kidding you. We were within $10, but we did hit the funding goal.
That's the same amount last time. Remember, like, last time I think it was like was it April? Yeah, April. When that goal was going around, I think it was like it was this marathon, the playthrough marathon. And he was like, oh, we only narrowly won. We nearly got it by $18, and now it's $10. Dude, his money's going down on Patreon, dude.
Of May. So the good news is, we're going to be doing an Indies Marathon, alright? What I'm going to be doing tonight, actually, after I finish filming this weekly preview, is I'm going to message the patrons, the May patrons on Patreon.com, and I'm going to let you know if I need info from you or whatever to get you forum upgrades, to get you any of the other perks that you may be owed, and I'm going to create a thread on the KingofHate.com forums by which patrons can now start to nominate indie games that you want to see me play in an upcoming marathon.
Hotline Miami 2 hype. Guys! Skullgirl's second encore is an indie game. Dude, he can get bodied, dude. Let him, come on, vote for Skullgirl's second encore, man. It'd be dope. If he plays Skullgirl's second encore, I'll make a This Is How You Don't Play of it, dude. Fucking insane. It'll be my first This Is How You Don't Play I'll ever make.
Just to forewarn everyone.
Chew that water.
The marathon is not happening in June. It's going to happen starting sometime in July. It'll be a day-long thing, just like I do with all my marathons. Why? Because it's going to take probably a week or more to get everyone upgraded on the forums, and then they need to nominate.
Oh,
and
I would take it.
Nominated,
whatever.
then I need to make a poll to vote, and then they need to vote, just like they did with the Patron's Choice.
Like, he could have just updated the patrons who cleared, and then cleared whatever.
Going to be about a month or more of effort in order to get
talked
all
about
this
this
data in and
before.
be able to determine what games will be played in this upcoming marathon, all right? So, that's good news, but I have to say, folks, we were that close to not hitting the goal. And listen, the good news is this. I'm doing all right. You know, the past few months, I wasn't, you know.
I'm doing all right. So then why are you talking about this then? If you're doing all right, then why are you like, oh my god, Patreon?
March, April were very tumultuous months for me. I didn't know if I was going to be able to pay my bills and all that. And you guys and gals came out in droves to support me, whether it was you watched the videos on YouTube, you watched the live streams, you cheered, you subbed, you tipped during the live streams, you pledged to my Patreon, Teespring, you guys went out and start buying merch from Teespring. You did a million things to help me. I'm so appreciative. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm so appreciative of doing all these things, but Patreon, you gotta go to Patreon. You gotta give me more money. I can't just have you go to one little thing. Go to everything. Give me money on everything. Yeah, okay, fuck you, dude.
Basically, you saved my butt, and right now, if I can keep it the level I'm at right now, I'll be good, especially if I can keep it up till the end of the year. It looks like I'll be in a
oh my god, he thinks he's gonna be... Does he... Okay, okay. Let's say you buy the skull shirt, okay, or you buy. Let's say you're the best DSP slave imaginable, and you bought everything in the store. Everything in the store. You bought everything in the store. Are you gonna buy the same merch that you already bought again? Why? Like, yeah, I have like a lot of Mega 64 shirts, but they're not all the same fucking shirt. You know, like I do have like I have a variants of a similar shirt. Like this was a variant for a black and yellow shirt or whatever. The Serial Experiment shirt is a variant of a sweatshirt. All that shit. And he's like, oh, well, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going to my merch. But he doesn't add anything new to that merch store. So the merch store honestly is dead because you know he hasn't added a single thing in months, almost months. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I need more money, dude. Come on, really? Really, and I've said this on Twitter. Everyone else with Patreon has said, "Oh, if you want to support me, go ahead, go to Patreon. You can support me there if you want." Yippee! And then in for DSP, it's give me money, give me more money. I need all your money. Give me more money, 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 money. Okay.
Than I was, and maybe get back to where I was a year or two ago, and then it'll be smooth sailing. All right, but the thing is, we need to maintain where I'm at, which means I can't get a giant decline in Patreon, and that's what happened.
I like how he's like, oh, well, I need to keep this up, guys, which means I can't have another decline. As I do the Donald Trump, like, hand gestures. We can't have another decline. Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Oh, well, we can't have any more of you people pulling out of fucking Patreon because of money problems or that you wanted to support me in another way. You have to go to Patreon. While he has overpriced perks that you get for free or less than on Twitch. And I've said this before. He could just fucking lower the rewards on Patreon and he'll get more fucking Patreons then. But instead he keeps it at the high price that it is, so people are naturally gonna leave and go to Twitch because it's cheaper to get what they want. Herpader.
And I noticed over the past 3 months as people gravitated toward Twitch and said, oh, Phil's doing more interactive streams now. I'm going to start watching his streams and I'm going to cheer and I'm going to sub and I'm going to tip him on there. Great. And let me tell you, it's pretty close now, the amount of support that I get from Twitch versus YouTube. It's close. It's not there yet. Like Twitch hasn't.
He kind of like didn't want to say this. It sounds like he's like, oh well, if I say this, they're gonna go to Twitch, dude.
Overcome YouTube. Yeah, eventually I want the Twitch to overcome and be my main source of income and support, while YouTube kind of becomes the secondary thing. It's not there yet, just to warn everyone. But we're getting there. We're getting more where Twitch every month is moving up a little more, inching up a little more, and that's what I need till eventually they're even and then it surpasses it, which I hope I could do maybe by the end of this year.
So then why are you telling them to go to their Patreon? If you tell them go to your Patreon, the Twitch support is gonna go down. Are you fucking retarded? Yeah, he has to be at this point.
But I think what happened is, as a lot of people gravitated towards the Twitch, which is the new hot thing, they said, oh, well, I'm just going to withdraw my pledge from Patreon then, you know? And that's not good, because that is there to keep this thing going. That Patreon pledge amount every month, that goal that I set, is the amount I need to keep this working, to do daily live streams.
But I thought it wasn't about the goal. Patreon's not about the goal, but it's about the goal. Okay, Phil. This is... Oh my god, he's so fucking dumb.
To do on-demand videos on YouTube for a living, that's what I need. It's not like, just because all of a sudden now I'm getting support on Twitch, now I don't need that. No, I need... That's...
But if you want Twitch to surpass YouTube, that's what you want then. Because you can't just expect people to go to Twitch, Patreon, Teespring, OneUpBox, whatever else he has. You can't expect everyone to go to all those things, spend money. Like, they're not fucking banks. They don't, like... Your fans don't poop out money, Phil. If they did, they probably would have, like, paid off your entire debt.
Point is, I'm trying to get growth. I'm trying to
get
back
just
to
a bonus.
Position, a stable position where every month I'm not looking at my phone. Oh God, am I going to get an account with...
Hold on, I'm not gonna get this.
On notice position where every month I'm not looking at my phone. Oh God, am I going to get a...
This is gonna be an emote.
An account with...
I'm gonna take a few picks. Pick the best one.
On notice this...
Wait.
Where every month I'm not looking at my phone.
I saw a good... I got...
An account withdrawn notice...
Oh, God damn it. Ah, damn it.
Position where every month I'm not looking at my phone. Oh God, am I going to get an account withdrawn notice?
There it is.
This month now, because I was a few shekels short as they were fucking trying to withdraw all of my bills this month and stuff like that.
So that's why he's been on his phone every day. That's why he seemed like doing this the whole time when he's streaming. Because he's afraid of fucking not paying the bills. Holy shit, we figured it out, guys. I always thought it was weird that when he's playing a game, we see him more and more doing this. Because he was afraid of not paying the bills. Oh my god, I don't know if I... Yeah.
I want to be like that. And I was like that really badly for like 2-3 months there. I don't ever want to get back there. So please...
So that's why he was looking at his phone. Okay, sure.
But please, if you are a patron, I still need your support, alright? Understand that. And I get it.
I need your support, Patreon user. Don't just go to Twitch, even though I want Twitch to surpass YouTube. But if you want to support me on Patreon, that means pulling your Twitch funding, but then I'll complain about your Twitch support. So either way, I'll always continue to bitch about money. I'll always beg. That is the upside about being a DSP fan. You always get to hear him beg.
It's one thing if you did it because, oh, well, my things are tight for me financially right now. Fine. If that's the reason, okay.
Yeah.
You know, withdraw
your
Patreon
okay,
or
sure.
whatever. But if it's because you think I'm doing okay, and or I always supported him on Twitch.
But you just said your business was doing good. 2 thumbs up, I thought. I thought it was 2 thumbs up, and I thought business was great. It was good. Good business. Why is it now? Oh, well, I'm not okay now. But you just... What?
Please, no, I understand. That is really required. Now, maybe this will change. Maybe later this year, all of a sudden, things will continue on a growth spurt, right? And things will be doing really well. I'll let you know. It's not that big of a deal, but now it is. It's very important.
Bullshit!
Right?
You said, like, it was either in March or April, during tax time, Phil literally said, and I quote, after these 2 weeks, you know, I don't care where you support me because I'm almost through this financial issue that I had in March and April or whatever. And now we're almost halfway through fucking June. And now he's still caring about where people donate. Yeah, fuck out of here.
We were that close to not hitting the monthly goal. That's bad. You know, hitting the monthly goal is pretty much a given with Patreon. That's another thing. I think people take it for granted that I'm going to hit it every month no matter what, and they don't need to contribute.
I guess it is like that. I guess it's because now
that's what I mean.
See, that's the thing. Okay, a lot of people... shout out to Obsess for actually bringing this up, because now I actually have something to say about this. Everyone thinks that DSP is gonna move back to his Connecticut condo and all this stuff. I don't think that's gonna happen, because going cross country like that is gonna cost him more unless he's willing to part ways with almost everything in that house, which I don't think is gonna happen. I think what's gonna happen, or would be more probable, would be that he would just sell the Washington house, and then find a smaller place to live that's cheaper, and then just do that, and then just continue to bleed money with Connecticut. There you go, because even if he has enough for the move to go back to Connecticut, that would be terrible. No one likes Connecticut. Connecticut is a terrible place to live. It's terrible. Don't live in Connecticut.
Next month, meaning for the month of June, this goal I'm going to be setting up, I haven't decided yet. I'm going
to
to decide
be Sonic.
By the time the E3 is over.
He does Sonic every summer now. It's going to be that's what he's going to do. He's going to do Sonic and redemption runs now.
Month. I got a lot of suggestions from people. All right. Different things. One thing was basically doing like a themed event where people will vote on a theme. Like, do you want to see shooter games? Do you want to see sandbox games? Do you want to see racing games? And then
sandbox games. Uh-oh. Dude, that could be fucking Scarface. Like a Scarface foothold, dude.
People would nominate and vote on games of a certain genre that I would do for like a marathon or something like that, because I never really did that. You know, indies, more general independent games, independently developed, but I never had like a genre marathon or something like that. I'm also still strongly considering doing maybe another Sonic event, because when I played Sonic 06, it went really well. And I was thinking about maybe doing Sonic where I try to play all 3 Sonic games within one session, which I don't know how that would work, because I think the first one's about 4 or 5 hours long. And I know part 2, I could probably beat in just a few hours, because I played the shit out of that game as a kid, and the first few stages I'm pretty sure I could turbo through. Sonic 3 I never beat. So that could be really interesting. Like, I'm thinking of all these different events in my head.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
What would be like the definitive thing that people would want. So I need your feedback. If you have an idea,
real talk, I would be interested in seeing him play Shadow the Hedgehog, because I've not seen that game at all. I don't know anything about that game. I'm sure I could probably look at other Let's Players to play it, but I would not mind watching DSP play that game, to be honest. I would not mind if Shadow the Hedgehog is the game he plays.
Good Patreon goal that you think would get people to be motivated to pledge this month for June, so we're not at the edge of qualifying, and I don't know if we're going to hit the goal
why not play Scarface?
Please, send them to me. Either email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com, tweet me, alright? Post them on my forums on thekingofhate.com. Any of those methods are great.
But don't fucking comment on his fucking YouTube videos, okay?
Don't leave a comment on the video, because there's been so many negative comments on my videos these days, I don't pay attention to them anymore.
He brought it up.
So leaving a comment will be completely worthless. You need to contact me through one of the other 3 ways that are very easy to contact me. All right?
I was expecting him to talk about YouTube comments.
Because, hey, I'll be honest, a lot of the times, the days that you guys give me turn into great events that are really ongoing things that people like to see. Okay? All right. So if you were a patron of mine in the month of May, expect a private message on patreon.com tonight. Unless you do, like, if you did a $1 pledge. No, you're not going to get a message from me then. But anything above that, you know, $5, $20, $50, those pledge levels, I need information from you in order to get your pledges. So I'll be sending all that out tonight. Tomorrow, which is June 5th, I will be doing more Tekken, a double stream again, double day of Tekken. The first stream is going to be, yes, more multiplayer. What I want to do is try to play with Paul Phoenix online, because I have done 0 multiplayer matches. I take that back. I might have done 1 multiplayer match or 2 with Paul Phoenix, and they were really laggy and bad when I tried to play them. So I want to do like a set with Paul, and then maybe in mid-set, if I get bored of Paul, go back to King, but I want to do a little bit more
remember,
online.
He bitched about people on Tekken Online, about how they have no variety in characters or whatever, and he's only playing 2 characters.
Then, tomorrow night, for my later stream, I'm going to be taking 1 or 2 new characters. Like, I think Bob is one I want to check out. Lily is probably one I want to check out. And maybe, like, 1 other character if I have time. Depends on how much time I have. And I want to take that character and put him into practice mode and arcade mode. Try to get a little bit...
Practice mode. Okay, I want to talk about this. I saw him play fucking practice mode, and I just sat there and was wondering, why the fuck is this fun? How is this fun? Oh, look at me play training stage, dude. The AI is just standing still. Okay, oh, look, it's so fucking boring. Like, I mean, I don't fucking stream fucking training stage, dude. if I stream that, fucking kill me, dude.
Of how to play with these characters. All right, so that's going to be Monday night. That's what I'm going to be doing. Okay.
Monday night.
Tuesday, there's supposed to be, and what I mean by that is I don't think that you can pre-order the game yet, but there's supposed to be this game called Perception. It's a unique
Spoiler, it comes out
horror
Wednesday.
platformer, not platformer, survival horror puzzle style game is what I meant to say, from the makers of BioShock and Dead Space. Yes, former game devs from those games came together to make this more almost independent style game.
I thought it was going to be over by now. God damn it.
Exploring an empty house that apparently there's a haunting in it.
And
so
haunting?
you need to use these cool visual effects of like using your cane to knock on walls and see things through sound to get around and find things and solve puzzles and figure out what stuff is. Really unique premise. I think that it could be a really fun playthrough, although I've heard the game's only about 4 to 5 hours long, which is fine. Maybe I'll beat it in 1 to 2 sittings, right? But I'm going to start playing that on Tuesday, all right? But I am going to balance that with more Tekken over the course of the week. So understand, even though there's going to be a little bit of variety there with Perception, I will still be playing Tekken during the week, okay? Thursday, hold on. I almost screwed up. Wednesday night, I will not be doing a live stream Wednesday night. Okay, so there will be 2 streams Monday, 2 streams Tuesday, 1 stream Wednesday. Wednesday night, I am basically getting my car ready, my BMW that I'm now getting rid of. It's way too fucking expensive for my lifestyle and what I can afford. I'm getting it ready to turn in, because the lease is over. I need to clean it. So I have to, vacuum it and wipe it down and everything. Therefore, I need time to do that. So I'm going to be doing that probably for an hour or more. I'm thinking about taking it for another car wash, but I don't know. It's not that dirty. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. But I got to do that. So that's Wednesday night. So I'm not going to have time to do a second stream on Wednesday night. All right. And Thursday this week, I am completely off. You will not see me doing gameplay streams, videos, nothing, because I will be off, out and about doing a million things. Basically, since I broke up with Leanna, there's been a lot of stuff going on that I need to kind of resolve.
That brings it up again. Brings up, like, oh fuck, Lucina, no. Talks about the split up again. Like, fucking, why? Why bring this up again?
For example, turning this car back in with BMW, getting rid of it, and then I could just start focusing on the new car. There's a few odds and ends I need to get for the house now, because when Leanna moved out, she took a few things, and I'm like, oh man, well, this is something that I need for myself now. For example, I have no printer. My printer broke when I moved across the country 3 years ago.
Oh, Leanna took the printer, that bitch,
nice
dude.
Printer for her business, and I've been using that whenever I need to print something out, because I don't often need to print
Why do you need to print out questions for a fucking Q&A? I do Q&As sometimes as well. I don't fucking print out pieces of paper to kill trees, dude. I fucking leave them on my computer and I look at my computer, or I look at my phone, or, I'm doing it live and I have chat right there and I can look at the chat and be like, oh, ask me a question, stream chat, and I'll answer it in this video. And then, they'll post a question and I'll answer it. Okay, how about that? Some stream interaction in this video. But yeah, like, why does he need to fucking print fucking questions? Fucking dumb.
Almost never. But every once in a while I do need to print something. For example, Ask the King, which is coming up later this month on the 29th. I need a printer to print out the Ask the King questions to read, so see what I mean? I have to go do just a bunch of odds and ends and things like that I need to take care of on Thursday. Therefore, I'm not going to be doing anything on Thursday. It's going to be my day out and about, which is good, because you know what? A lot of people say, oh, Phil, now you live a sedentary lifestyle where you're just sitting around all the time, which is true but not true. Yeah, I sit around a lot during the day, but at the same time, I take breaks and I walk around and I stretch, and I do go out a few times a week in order to make sure that I'm not just sitting here like a lump, 95% of the time.
But if you go out, like, once a week, that's, like, whatever, but you're not doing much, though. And you're just doing fucking, fucking errands. Who fucking cares? Where's the iPad? Oh, yeah, no lie, I literally forgot he has an iPad. I literally forgot that he has one. Holy shit, he could be using his fucking iPad.
Because you're right, then it would be in health problems, so this would be a good day, an opportunity for me to head out there and do shit for a whole day. Even
me, I find ways to get out of the house. Like, I go to the gym, I, go to a park, I walk, I do shit. I find shit to do. Gotta find shit to do, dude.
and get exercise and do everything and get a bunch of stuff done that I need
that's
to get
exercise.
done, all right?
Okay.
But then I'll be back on Friday with a full day of streaming. What will it be? I'm not sure yet. Probably more Tekken, and maybe I'll split the day and I'll do the final session of Tekken, and then I'll do my review of Tekken. I'm not sure yet, all right? I'm not sure, but I will think about it, and I'll let everyone know as we get closer. Now we got to start talking about E3, because you may not realize it. E3 starts on Saturday. Yeah,
Whoa,
it actually starts
Saturday.
on Saturday, June 10th, way earlier than ever before. E3 has never started on a Saturday
I don't know.
before. It's always been on
Saturday
a Monday. Actually, let me really go back. Used to be Tuesday, because E3 used to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's when the actual event takes place that people can go see. But then all of a sudden, the game studios decided, and the game developers decided they wanted to start putting out their press conferences earlier and earlier. So then it went to some press conferences on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then it went to, oh, now we'll do Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And now it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's like, what the fuck? Like, they're really stretching this out to be a whole week at this point.
Yeah, how
so
dare
Saturday,
they?
June 10th, at noon Pacific time, noon my time, the EA press conference is going on. So what I'm going to do
EA,
that day,
who gives a fuck about EA? I don't know. To me, I could care less, because usually the stuff that EA brings up is always in, like, the Microsoft press conference, the Sony press conference, and maybe Nintendo if they feel like it. But, you know, it's stuff that we've seen already. It's, whatever.
When that press conference is going on, I'm going to watch it here, and
I don't really give a shit about these other press
talking with you guys
conferences.
in my
I only care
chat,
about Nintendo,
and we
Sony,
can
and
interact
Microsoft.
as we watch the press conference together. Then when it's over, because I'll be taking notes, I'm going to go live with a stream, and I'm going to do my initial, my reactions to what I just watched with you guys on the press conference. Just like I do every year. I do this vlog that talks about it. I'm going to do that right afterward, live on stream. And by the way, yes, if you cheer, sub, or tip me during that session, I will react to it. So it's going to be more interactive than ever before.
Wow,
if people have questions, oh, did you see this at the EA press conference? What did you think? What do you think about this? You'll be able to actually ask me that stuff during the video, okay?
So in a video about his impressions of the EA press conference, you get to ask him in that video about his thoughts of the EA press conference, about his thoughts on the EA press conference. Wow, that's really lucky, dude. I mean, imagine if you're the lucky viewer who gets to ask him what's his thoughts on the EA press conference. Fucking insane. I mean, I guess you could kind of argue that he's basically saying, like, specific questions, but if he's talking about the EA press conference, he's going to fucking talk about the fucking press conference. What? Get the fuck out of here.
And then I'll immediately upload that. And right now, honestly, I'm debating where the hell I should upload it. And the reason I say that,
dude, he's drunk. He's like doing this. He's like, oh, let me stretch out, and I should know. No, just kidding. But why just put it on the fucking vlogging channel? Why?
Is because if I upload it to the King of Hate vlogs like I did last year, I'm gonna make like nothing on it, because right now the King of Hate vlogs is under a personal AdSense account, and
guys, you won't make any money on fucking vlogs, on videos that. Oh my god,
it's like no money at all.
Really?
And I'm not going to bother partnering the channel because I don't upload that much to the King of Hate vlogs anyway. So there's no reason for me to find another partnership company to try to make a few bucks more a month. It doesn't make sense. But you know what?
It doesn't make sense for him to find a partnership company to make a few extra bucks on a channel. But he's more than willing to beg for money from his fans to... What? So... does he need more money, or does he not need more money?
Well, because I'm thinking if I put on DSP Gaming, that it won't make sense because it'll get flooded. People will lose it in all the gameplay. And I put on the King of Hate vlogs. It's not that channel's not for vlogs. So
what?
I put on the King of Hate vlogs. It's not that channel's not for vlogs.
The King of Hate vlogs channel is not for vlogs. He probably means KO Gaming, but that's just a funny step up.
So maybe I will just do a the standard video like I usually do, and I'll put it here on the King of Hate vlogs. That's probably what I'll do. So I just decided on the fly.
See, he's drunk. I'm telling you, he's drunk, because that was a roundabout fucking portion. It went nowhere. It went from, well, I don't know if I should put on the King of Hate vlogs, but you know, I don't want to put on DSP Gaming. I can't put on KO Gaming. I'll put on the King of 8 vlogs. It's like, then, why the fuck would you bring... Whatever, I mean... Okay.
Now, here's the rest of the E3 schedule.
This is a nitpick, but...
Sunday, the 11th, alright, at 2 p.m. Pacific time, the Microsoft press conference. At 9 p.m., the Bethesda press conference. So, yes, again, that Sunday, while those are going on live, I will be sitting
2
here
p.m.
watching
Sunday,
the press conferences,
wow.
and then I will be doing my reaction videos immediately following those. Monday, at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Ubisoft, and then at 6 p.m., Sony. So, another day
Ubisoft.
with lots of
Who
press
fucking
conferences.
cares
Yes,
about
I'll be doing the
Ubisoft?
same thing. Nintendo, I'm not going to do it live, because Nintendo, number one, they're not even doing a press conference. They're doing their usual internet broadcast shit. And I'm going to be...
But you can just talk about that, though. But you know, I'm glad he's not talking about Nintendo. He hates everything they do, so I'm not... So, yeah, no, you should not do Nintendo at all, because he's just going to be like, oh, it's fucking stupid, oh, look, they made a console. That's bullshit, dude. Fucking the Switch sucks. And then they talked about fucking Pokemon. Fuck Pokemon, dude. He always finds something to shit about on Nintendo. There's not one thing he said about Nintendo that was positive.
Honest, Nintendo, in the past few years, has not whatsoever to put out anything worth really going nuts over at E3.
Nothing worth going nuts over at E3. But last year, everyone was like fucking exploding over the Switch and exploding over... Well, not last year, because I don't think they talked about E3 last year, but they did talk about Zelda last year. And that got a lot of attention. They also talked about like a lot of games. I mean, even the year before, that also brought attention. That makes no fucking sense. No, people still care about Nintendo. They have better E3s than Microsoft has had in years. Microsoft struggles every year, and they always get bored. And they're always boring.
They just haven't. They basically gave up. They realized they can't hang with everyone else. They never have a lot to present anyway. It's just going to be like another one of their normal monthly press things. So,
but yeah, Johnny Wuffet says that he will talk about Nintendo. He will. He's not gonna not do it because he'll get bits. But it's just gonna be nothing but fuck Nintendo. Oh my god, dude. Nintendo is bullshit, dude. They gave me a brick.
If there's a significant amount of stuff to talk about that Tuesday, I will do a Nintendo video, but chances are there probably won't be, and
there probably won't be. Okay, sure. Well, they've like been hyping up this year as well because like didn't Nintendo say that they're gonna announce a lot of games this year? But there's not gonna be a lot to talk about, so
a special video about it. More than likely, what I will do is on June 15th, which is a Thursday, I'm going to do my next episode of Hate Live. That's right. You know, Hate Live.
Hate Live.
Took place, what was it, the middle of May? So about a month later, I'm bringing it back. It's going to be a podcast, just like I did last time.
Hate Live is going to be a podcast, guys.
I've streamed, all right, but also recorded for YouTube in segments. And one of the major segments of Hate Live is actually going to be E3's best and worst. So I'll run down. Here's what I thought was the best stuff, and here's what I thought was the worst stuff. And that'll be a good segment.
I bet Nintendo is going to dominate the worst stuff of E3 and Hate Live, but he will also do spoilers, I guess. Do a KO Gaming countdown stuff about it. So what's the fucking point? Why not just wait until Hate Live to talk about these conferences then? What's the fucking point? Like, if I watch Hate Live, I'll see the best and worst of E3, in his opinion, then why would I go to KO Gaming to watch the countdown then?
The podcast, okay? And then later in the week, what I think I'll do is maybe an edited video, just like I did last year. I did 2 videos. I did the best of E3 and the worst of E3. And I'll probably do 2 edited style videos possibly for KO Gaming.
So then why would I go watch the KO Gaming video if I saw Hate Live?
That's what I'm thinking. It's not set in stone, and I realize that the less that I stream, the more disengaged my streaming audience is going to be. So I want to stream as much as I can. I don't want it the whole week to be just vlogs and edited videos. I get that. I'm going to try to mix that stuff in with other gameplay so that people are still excited and coming back to the streams. I don't want June, the month when my whole Twitch channel dies because it's all about E3 for a week and a half. You know what I mean?
Twitch channel will die, dude.
All right. So once the E3 stuff is done, then I'm going to look towards starting up the Danganronpa 2 playthrough, excuse me. And I already talked about this, but I'll very briefly mention it again. There's going to be a downtime playthrough that's going to start because there's not going to be many new releases.
Dark Souls
Once I'm done with
2.
Tekken 7, whenever that ends up being, besides maybe playing that a
Yay.
little bit every once in a while, maybe Friday the 13th gets fixed and I play more of that every once in a while, and a little bit of Injustice 2
How about
every
the
once in
single
a while.
player?
There's really not that many new releases during June. So what I think I'm going to do is start up either Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, Red Dead Redemption, my second run, this one will be direct capture and everything, or replaying one of the classic Grand Theft Auto games that I did 4, 5, 6 years ago, that sadly those playthroughs have kind of been ruined now on YouTube, because guess what? They all got content ID claims, so either they're muted, they're blocked, it's a mess, and I would like to redo those games without, they have these modernized versions that have been released that are supposed to be the
Modernized
better versions anyway, so one of those is probably going to start in June and take up a lot of time, and that'll take us into, July. I'll do the others and balance that with other stuff, all right? So that's kind of the rough idea. I know this weekend preview was super long because it explained all the stuff for the next few weeks, but I felt I should upfront start talking about E3, especially because E3 starts this Saturday, all right?
We always talk about months in advance.
One other thing.
Previews.
Normally what I've been doing is Sunday night I've been doing the weekend preview, all right? I'm not going to do that this week. This week, since, as I just said, Saturday at noon is the EA press conference, and then I'm going to do my live reaction right after that. If I have extra time, I'll play a little bit of gaming or whatever, but that night I'm taking off because that'll be the night when I go and I do my grocery shopping and I do the weekend preview and I do all that stuff. I'll do it all that night. So that way it'll all be done because Sunday is a full day with 2 big press conferences and I don't want to have to do errands and stuff while I'm juggling around those press conferences and other stuff as well. All right, so recap of this week, and then I can stop talking because my voice is exhausted, okay? Number one, tonight, patron stuff. Expect the PM on Patreon.com if you are a May patron. Number 2, tomorrow, Tekken 7 all day. I almost said Tekken 5. Tekken 7 all day. Multiplayer for the first stream. New characters the second stream. Tuesday, a new game, Perception. And I'll balance that. Either I'll beat the whole game in one day or maybe I'll switch to Tekken. Wednesday, there'll only be one gameplay stream. It'll either be Tekken or Perception. We'll see. Wednesday night, I'm off. And Thursday, I'm off. But I'm back on Friday with 2 streams. Saturday, I'll be here to cover the EA press conference. There'll be a short stream after that. And then that's it, because Saturday night, I'll be doing the weekly preview and all that. Sunday, I'll be covering E3 for most of the day. But also, there'll be gameplay somehow intermixed in there. And then we'll go from there. Fair enough? Sound good? All right, everyone. Thank you for watching the weekend preview. I know it was a long one. I appreciate you watching. Without further ado, thank you to the following.
No. All right. We're done. We're done here.